Hello, I'm Miss Fellows, and we've started our unit on electricity, and so I wanted just to give a little bit of history on electricity, and I found this really great article, and it's about Benjamin Franklin. So he felt as if he fainted. He felt as he fainted to the ground. "Are you all right?" he heard above him. Slowly he opened his eyes to see, but only to sight a mostly colorless blur. When he could see properly, he stood up with the help of others who had made the commotion above him. Benjamin Franklin had proven electricity, his goal for many years. What are some of your goals? Benjamin Franklin was born on January 17, 1706. He was the 15th child of the total of 17 brothers and sisters. That's a lot of brothers and sisters. Josiah Franklin, Benjamin's father, was born on December 23, 1657. Aba, Ben's mother, was born August 15, 1667. At age 17, he ran away to Philadelphia to work on his own. He found a job as a printer and printed the Philadelphia Gazette, a newspaper. He invented the almanac in the print shop, selling about 10,000 copies a year. Do you know what an almanac is? Have you ever heard of an almanac? Have you ever heard of the Farmer's Almanac, considering this is an ag class? When he was an apprentice, he had learned how to type and print. That was how he could invent the almanac and print a newspaper. Benjamin was very smart. Because he read many books, he was not afraid to experiment. When a thought popped into his head, like lightning as a source of electricity, he had the determination to prove it. Do any of you have determination to prove anything? Ben and 3 of his friends were trying to analyze electricity experiment with it. 2 of his friends got electrocuted while they were working on this. While they did this experiment, they obviously proved that lightning was electricity, yet the world had not seen it. So Franklin decided to do the kite experiment, but alone. Ben would always think about what he wanted to do in the experiment, find materials, and think of how he could fix something if it did not work. So in ag mechanics, is that maybe the reason that some of you join this class, because you want to figure out how things work and maybe figure out how to fix things, since we do a lot of different units within this class that have to do with fixing things and building things? Finally, he could gather the materials and do the experiment. Sometimes this process took a while. Ben was very keen to show the world that lightning was electricity. He wanted to prove this. He decided to use a metal key to do this experiment. Why would he use a metal key? Is metal an insulator, or is metal a conductor? And why would he want to use a metal key? Yet he still needed a way to keep the key in the air. So maybe that's why he decided to use the kite. In 1752, on a stormy day, he raised the kite with a key tied near his hand. He could feel the electric shock go through his body. Ben had finally proven and understood lightning and electricity. Later that year, he invented the lightning rod. In 1740, electricity was a novel and fashionable subject. Most people thought that electricity was as mysterious as heaven. When Franklin gave the idea of lightning being a source of electricity, people were excited, and he was supported all around the world. If Ben hadn't discovered lightning was electricity, we would not have anything that could run on it. Although many people have researched electricity and found out how it worked, fewer research and experiments would have happened. Electricity has gone from Benjamin Franklin's basic idea. We now have computers, lamps, speakers, TV, and many more things that can run electricity. Maybe you guys can take a second and think of a little bit more that we have that runs on electricity.